Let's talk about VA renovation home loans. So, first and foremost, VA renovation home loans, to actually do them, which we can, is very rare. I don't know why. My entire career, 20 plus years of doing this, and I've not worked at a company. I've worked at a lot, big, well, I say a lot, handful of big, handful of small, and even banks, and they've not had VA renovation loans. And it's because it's just such a unique animal. At least that's my speculation. It's just different. It's dealing with the VA and renovation stuff. So to offer them is huge. We can do them. It's incredible. It's relatively new to us. We've already done some because they are in such high demand now. And what they are is they're VA loans, right? A veteran can qualify for this, and they can use 100% financing to buy a home or to refinance it. So if they buy a home and want to, put in 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 grand of improvements, are welcome to do that and can finance it at 100%. The catch, as with all renovation products or home loan, you got to make sure that what they're spending the money on is going to justify that increase in value. So an example would be if somebody buys a $400,000 home, wants to put in 30 grand worth of improvements, let's say 40 grand worth of improvements. If the home appraises for 450, sweet, they can do 100% of that 440. If the appraisal comes back at 430, all of a sudden the veteran needs to decide, do they want to write a check for that extra 10 grand? Because it's going to be based off the lower number of the purchase price. So in this example, 400, plus the cost. So in this example, 40,000. So we're at 440 total. So it's going to be based off the lesser of those two numbers versus the what's called ARV, the value, the after repair value. So if a VA appraiser says, man, close my eye, envision what you're doing, I got it from the plan specs and budget, then it's going to be worth 430 based on comps in the area. Again, veterans going to have to either go back and decide whether they want 10 grand to meet to that 430 number, or maybe they cut 10 grand out of the budget and the remodel stuff. Maybe that's landscaping and things like that. Because the highest and best use for money is going to be kitchen, the bathrooms, the master bath. That's where the real rate of return comes in on those valuations. VA renovation loans are not for the big structural stuff like foundation. You're not going to add square footage. There are programs for that. It's just not in the VA renovation loan. VA renovation is different than VA construction. So those are two different products. Again, this is for an existing home that you want to do, renovation loans on, whether you own it or you want to buy it. Allow a little more time on the leeway for the purchase, because again, you got to get plan specs and budget from a qualified VA remodeler. So that could take a week, 2, 3 weeks, depending on just what you're doing, how extensive the work is. It could take them a while to get that, and you got to have all that done before we, the lender, order the VA appraisal. So there are extra steps. The good news is, for my team, for the Mortgage Mark team, our job's about the same. We do what we do, and we have a construction department that handles all this stuff between the homeowner or the future homeowner and the renovation, the VA contractor. So that department does a great job, but it's the same benefits of VA: 100% financing, great rates, no PMI, no MIP, however you want to say it. So all that's to say, if you have questions about it, we are happy. When we got some folks on the team, we've done a ton of construction in our time, and now we got VA under our belt. It is an awesome product. So if you have questions or want to explore those options, please reach out to the Mortgage Mark team. We are here to help. And as always, when you think mortgage, think Mark.